Uh, yo, I've been in the background, downloading, but I'm back now. No chance to max out, the credit is mine though. I recall times I was failing my finals before I started playing with vinyls. Nothing more than my mind until I first heard To Pimp a Butterfly. Last time I fluttered by. What a life, yeah, what a life. They say get it how you fit in. Back then, I just didn't, alone as hell. No kidding, now I'm off the phone. Riddens looking at the flow different. Old friends got so distant. Though less I drone, pivot, glorify his name till my soul lifted. He's the whole reason why my soul's gifted. So I gotta get it. More rivets to me as the toes rip it till I'm sage mode with it. What a life. What a life. Yeah, standing on my own too, cause I'm supposed to, and that's opposed to sitting on my heart. Let the passion die in my heart. That would be how I'm torn apart. That would be how I'm torn apart. That would be how I'm torn apart. That would be how I'm torn. Looking for my lot in life. Then I realized I had a lot of rhymes. I gotta rip the mic. This just a tip of the iceberg. Digging for gems since I was a minor. Scheming words together, whatever sounded better. Over everything, I wanted it clever. So I cranked the lever and learned to translate to rhythm and poetry. How I'm throwing heat till they're like going neat. I want the mills and foes on my heels till I start popping pills. Now that's too much. Since I started rapping, I hardly grew up. This was my first. Hardly had new loves. I just crushed a lot as my ink blots had me stuck. No love in my blood clots. Since the ink runs through my veins, just writing my pain. Stay right into the point. I get migraines. Quite cyclical, but not cynical. Just a piece of my brain that I gotta maintain. Put you in on the mainframe and what goes on. Sometimes I move with ambitions of a pawn, trying to make it to the other side. Father and my mother's pride. Come from the land of lions that's far from Zion. Heading home from work with safety unsure. Jerks trying to push me, really they're the wussies. Looking like you stepped out at night, terror over not. Looking like you ain't been sleeping a lot. My hair full of knots, so I know how you feel. I know the deal, you been played like a card, people hardly for real. Miss you like fam, a loved one. Honestly though, I had the same luck, still a shame stuck since I took my hands off the wheel. It's been hard for me to stomach a meal. Moments of fasting to catch my bearings. Moments of meditation must not count my blessings still. We have yet to learn our lesson. Been too disconnected to get the message. Trying to keep it together like Humpty Dumpty. Pieces of me unclean since the floor is dusty. I got guilt. Homie, trust me, been stuck in the ills with my will just trudging. I've been distant. I get it if the homies judging. Hope they get it how I'm now committed with the riddance. But we stuck in the tar pit. Losses my guitar picks. Now I'm trying to find balance as my skin is callous. They said don't let the pain ever change your axis, but I tilted, trying to lean on my talent. Walking on a tightrope, looking at their faces. For the times it's hard for me to face it. Sometimes don't got no room for pacing. Walking on a tightrope, looking at their faces. For the times it's hard for me to face it. Sometimes don't got no room for pacing. Patient. truth is, many paper chase before the face of God. Trust and belief in the leaf cause many to fraud. False prophets turn to profit, even from non-profits with no conscience. Who's honest? Watch out, charisma could lead to you careening. So before watching, gotta pick up all the pieces. Analyze the evidence for somebody scheming. You don't wanna be a tool, you can't be naive. Then I hardly believe anything anymore. White lies, it's the truth anyways. The way people always paraphrase, trying to get their way. But I'm no better, exaggerating so people get the gist. What's the reason I got the gab? It's a gift that I use when I can. So I believe that's what damages the man. You gotta stand on the planet, stay grounded. Don't take life for granted, though things can get rocky. You are where you are, and I am as I am. So I can't believe anyone who's trying to lift me off the ground. Maybe feed my ego in order to deceive. You may call me a king, but I don't have a crown. I'm watching context while I'm living in it now. I ain't no prophet.
You know what work is? You don't. Why, work's doing something you have to do. When you're doing something that you want to do, like that's play.
Pen in my independence, keep my pen as my pendant. Write something stupendous to get me out my stoop. This my hunch to make it out. Gotta look for the sun shining through the clouds. Yet the shadows I've been bound to. How can people say you're lost where they found you? If the slipper slips on, I guess it sounds true. Still digging through the sky, trying to find my why. How could I have nothing but my pride? It's a myth, it don't exist. Not to fake it none, I'm trying to make it some. Make it make sense, for heaven's sake, not the heathens. How did something not happen while you believe it? Moving on to new times, new rhymes, a reason to shine. Some may turn blind when you move to the light. Stepping out the blight for a new flight does bring on new fights. Time to prove you grew right and do right.